Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, me and my husband Albert are going to be doing a question and answer. We waited a few days just to gather up all the questions. We have yet to read them. I literally just took screenshots of everybody's questions and we have it right here on our tablet. So we're just gonna go ahead and read them off and answer them the best we can. So we've also both teamed up with the Coldest Water. So these are our water bottles. They are seriously amazing. I posted all about it in my Instagram and I will go ahead and drop the link below so you guys can click on it and go ahead and get yours if you guys are interested in it today. This is seriously the best water bottle I've ever owned and I promise you won't regret it. So, skimming along now to the question number 1. What strengths does your relationship have and what weaknesses?
It's a good one.
Yeah, I'll let you answer.
Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths, we definitely both have each other's back in everything we do. We're very supportive of each other in everything we want to do. And definitely when it comes to being in the military, takes a very strong relationship to actually last the whole time, and even during deployments, especially when somebody's gone the whole time and you have family at home and little kids to take care of, bills and everything else when the other one's away. Weaknesses, I think we communicate very well, but I think there's always room for improvement and we can always communicate better, and I think everybody has a problem with that because communication's hard. Sometimes you think somebody's saying one thing, but they're really saying something else, or their tone of voice or whatnot.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything that he just said. I feel like the weaknesses, that is something that we could definitely improve on. But like you said, I feel like anybody can. But I definitely I swear, he's so monotone sometimes. I will think he's giving me an attitude and I'll be like, stop your attitude. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm not even mad right now. And then I'll go on to be like, okay, well, are we friends again? Are we done fighting? And he's like, I was never fighting with you, Jamie. So yeah, definitely communication is good. And then yeah, our strengths, I really feel all of my heart issues and you being in the military, that has really helped our relationship because we fully lean on each other. We are definitely each other's best friends. So yeah, I hope that answered that question for you. So the next one is, what made you change your way of life in parenting and marriage to keep going strong? So I think the best thing that we could have done for us, our marriage, and our family was definitely put God at the center of our lives. I feel ever since we got heavily into church and just accepting Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior and just becoming closer to Him, I definitely think that has changed our marriage. It's changed our parenting. It's changed our relationships with our friends, our family. I feel it's changed everything for the absolute best. So
I agree with you. I think definitely putting God in the center of a relationship has changed us. I mean, I didn't start believing in God until about 2 years ago, and I've noticed a huge difference in the way I look at things, relationships, family, my friends, the circle I surround myself with and everything. And it really has, actually, I feel it really has helped us in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I know that religion and everything is such a touchy subject, so I'm not going to get too far into it or anything, but that was just the question. And for me and my personal opinion and our family, I definitely know that 100% that is what has helped us with everything. So moving on, do you guys want more kids? Babe, you can answer that one first.
Yeah, we want more kids. Unfortunately, there are things that hold us back from that, having it naturally done. So we are looking into adoption.
Yeah. So
but yeah.
Yeah, so with my heart issues that I have after I had Bailey, we were both told that I could no longer have another baby. I can't physically carry a baby, or I would most likely, pretty much like 99%, like I would not make it.
The doctor pretty much told me it'd be like her committing suicide if we got pregnant again.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks later, I got a vasectomy.
Yeah.
And she got an IUD.
Yeah, so we definitely do want more kids. Now that we, you know, are good with Bailey, my health is, you know, coming back around, everything's going good, and we're finally like settling down. We have thought about adoption, so that is something that we are keeping in mind. Okay, so the next question is, what does Albert do for work? So this question was super funny because I actually did read this one. It was like one of the very first questions I got. And this girl was like, oh, like what does Albert even do for work? Like I always see him at home eating, running, or at Hurricane Harbor. So I'll go ahead and let him answer that. What do you do for work?
So I am in the military.
Yes.
Right now I'm just going to college though. So
Yes.
I'm definitely taking a little break from all these crazy deployments and everything else and getting time to spend with my family and earning my degree.
Yeah, we definitely needed this break. But yes, he does work. He's in the military. He is
Yes.
still considered active duty. He is just, yes, what he said, he's just taking a 2-year break. He's still active duty. He still has a job. He still has things he's doing. But right now he gets a little summer vacation. So we really needed that. Trust me, I know it looks like he's home a lot, but we
That's
have
the most I've
missed
been home
out.
in
Yeah,
like 6 years.
we have missed out on so much time and family time together. So we definitely deserve this, and I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
So let's see. When are you going to adopt? I mean, we don't really have a time frame. We do talk about it often. We don't exactly have a time frame of when we plan on doing it, but I mean, if I could put a time on it, I would say between the next year or two, we want to start the process. So that doesn't mean we would get a child right away. It just, you know, there's a lot of steps that it takes to adopting a baby or a child. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we're going to start the process within a year or two. I feel like that's a good time frame.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So, do you have advice for those who are going through or went through similar situations you both have? Okay, so this question is very vague. They didn't really say like what they really want us to talk about. I mean, I feel like I kind of know what they're talking about. Albert and I we've been together for 9 years.
Yeah.
We have an almost 7-year-old daughter, and I mean, we, like any couple, have gone through little hiccups.
We've all had a rough patch.
And there was one point in our marriage where I know most of you guys know, but we don't talk about it because it's nobody's business but ours. But there was a point in our marriage where we did take a little break from each other. We were not divorced or anything, but we were separated for a little bit. And what we did to fix our situation, we knew that neither one of us wanted to be with anybody else. We knew we wanted to be back together, but we knew that we had a lot of things that we had to work on. So we turned to marriage counseling and we turned to God. And with the help of our church and our counselor and the love of our friends and family supporting us, we definitely got through it. And so, I mean, I would say for anybody, it just depends what you're going through with your spouse or your significant other. And I mean, that pretty much determines, you know, everybody's different. So, I mean, counseling in church isn't going to help everybody. So, I mean, I don't want to really say that, but I definitely can say that we both put forth the effort and we both put 110%, and we knew for a fact that we wanted to be back together and that we needed to fix the issues that we both had, and that's what helped us. So
I agree completely. I think the biggest thing too is if you both really want it, you will both do everything you can to fix it.
And that's exactly what we did.
Because if one person doesn't want it, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not.
Regardless of whatever you do.
Yeah.
So you need to really talk to each other and make sure that you both are in it to fix what you're going through and work on it.
And I feel like you both have to like seriously be like on the same page. Like being married or being a couple, like you guys are on a team. Like it's just you two. It doesn't involve all your friends, doesn't involve all your family. It is literally you and your significant other. And so I feel like that's where a lot of things get, you know, misconstrued and like messed up, is like people involve other people in their opinions.
Yeah.
And like I said multiple times before, everybody is different. So what helps one person probably won't help you, or it might. I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, I think it's really just figuring out what's best for you, your significant other, and your family, and you guys, you know, coming together and agreeing on everything that you guys do.
Yeah, I definitely want to include a person that's going to be biased in a situation. I would definitely talk to a counselor who's going to
somebody
be able
who
to
doesn't
listen.
know you
exactly,
guys.
Who doesn't know
Yeah.
you, who's not a best friend with either one of you, who's going to sit there and listen to you with a clear mind.
Yes. When getting pregnant, did you both want a girl, or what gender did you guys want? So I have 5 sisters. I knew from the time I got pregnant that I was having a girl. We ended up getting a early gender reveal at like 14 weeks and found out she was a girl. So I think, yeah, I mean, I would have been happy with, you know, either gender. I didn't care at all, but I had a good feeling that she was a girl, unlike Albert.
No, yeah. So yes, of course, being a guy, you obviously want a boy. So yeah, I definitely wanted a boy. And then when that gender test came back, I was super stoked. And I was kind of at disbelief when we actually went to our early gender reveal.
He asked them to check again. Like,
I did.
I was so mad. I was so pissed off. I was like, dude, shut up. Like,
I mean, can you
she
blame
is
me?
seriously.
Yeah. She's my little
Yes.
tomboy. I love it.
No, she's seriously
And
like,
a little
yeah, his princess. Like, she is
Yeah.
wrapped around his finger. He does anything and everything for her. He absolutely loves her to death. Like, she definitely changed that stigma of him wanting a son, because now even when we talk about adoption, he's like, I don't care what we have, like whatever God gives us, like I'm fine with, like, so yeah, she's his little. Are your zodiac signs compatible? I have no idea.
We're both Libras.
Yeah, we're both Libras. I don't really, like, I don't look into that stuff.
I know we're both crazy. We both love each other.
Stubborn.
Hard, stubborn.
Yeah.
Crazy,
I mean, I feel
ridiculous.
like we're compatible, but I guess every couple would say that. Child changed your marriage at all? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When we went on our date, it was like
Yeah.
we were
like,
gone for like 6 hours, came back, and it was
yeah, we literally were like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what to do without like a kid attached to my hip right now.
Yeah.
It definitely has changed our marriage for the better.
Yeah.
If you have a kid, I just feel like you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you will one day.
Yes.
But once, you know, we had Bailey, I obviously like loved him. I wouldn't have had a baby with him if I didn't, but definitely like seeing Bailey for the first time and like, you know, hearing her cry for the first time and holding her for the first time and like seeing this like little baby that like, you know, we created, like our love, you know, for one another made this little human being. I definitely can say that like my love like grew tremendously more for Albert. I mean, like I've always loved you, like I said, but like seeing Bailey for like the first time, I was just like, oh my gosh, like head over heels. And I even told Albert after we delivered her, you know, I could have had a baby with anybody else like in this world, but I wouldn't have had Bailey if it wasn't for you. And like, I'm just so thankful that, you know, I have the little girl that I have today because of this man like sitting next to me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, just like seeing her being a mom too is amazing, and it makes me love her even more every time.
Favorite thing about each other? What's your favorite thing about me?
I love Jamie and all of her personality. She is so funny. I mean, we talk crap to each other all the time, which is hilarious.
So I was gonna say, I love like how funny you are. Like he is too, and like, I mean, I love everything about you. I feel like that's so like lame to say,
Yeah.
but no, I seriously like love how funny you are. I love how we act together.
Yeah.
Like I love how strong you are. I love how you always take care of me. You're such a good husband. You're such a good dad. So yeah, he has a ton of qualities that I love in him.
Yeah, and so does she.
Yeah. Something you dislike about each other. I will go first because I already have one. I cannot stand how he eats. Every time he eats, I am telling him to please like be quiet. He smacks so loud. Like I'm gonna make a video just of him eating. He literally smacks and it drives me crazy, like to the point where like I've gotten to where I like have to hear noise in the background. Like the TV has to be on, like I have to have music playing or something because it just drives me up the wall. And like when we're out on dates and stuff, like I try to be like super like, you know, like it doesn't bug me, but he knows it does, so.
Yeah.
But okay, what's something you dislike about me? Don't be too mean.
Okay, so.
I didn't even think he was gonna say anything.
No, one thing I will say is at the end of the day, when we're about to lay down for bed, she's all comfy, everything else. And then as soon as I lay down, babe, like.
That's every girl.
It's like you just seen me walk all around this house, do all this stuff, and then you're gonna ask me as soon as I get comfortable in my spot.
I do. Once I'm in bed, like I'm scared to come out to like the living room, so I always ask him to like go get me water, or go get me a snack, or you know, but he doesn't say no, he does it. So that's why I keep, you know, what keeps the spark in your relationship. We don't go on much dates, but I feel like that would definitely help. We don't go on much dates because I don't trust a lot of people with my kids or kid, but we've lived far away, so we haven't really like had a babysitter. Now that we're back in Arizona, you know, obviously our family is going to help us out and stuff so we can go on more dates and everything. But I feel like so far what's kept the spark between Albert and I is like, even though we don't have a babysitter, like we don't stop like doing things for one another. Like every payday, Albert goes and gets me flowers, and we always make like cute little like coffee dates, or you know, when Bailey goes to bed, we'll have dinner out like in the living room, you know, just me, you know, him and I, and watch a movie, or we always like, yeah, like we always make time for each other when Bailey goes to sleep. She goes to sleep around 7:50, 8 o'clock, she lays down, and she's like the best kid ever. I'm probably gonna jinx myself when I say this. Yeah, but like she will not get up out of bed. Like she literally will stay in her room, go to sleep. Like she's awesome. She sleeps until like 9, 10 in the morning. She's definitely my child.
Yes.
But so yeah, like when she lays down, like that is, you know, our time. Like we will take a bubble bath together. We will, you know, have a coffee. We will, you know, wait to eat dinner until, you know, she's in bed and watch a movie.
Sometimes during the movies, I'll run to the gas station real quick, get a snacks,
yeah,
and just hang out, talk.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Even like, I feel like we still go on dates. Like I said, Bailey's like a really good kid. So I feel like we still go on dates, but you know, Bailey is with us, but we definitely like don't stop like doing things just because we have a kid. Like we don't, because we know that it is like important. So
I think also too, we're very affectionate.
Yeah, we are. We're very affectionate. So that keeps.
I think that's really big in a relationship, is being affectionate toward one another, regardless if you're getting older or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or if you have a kid, you still need to show affection toward your significant other.
Yeah, I totally agree. Has Albert always stayed positive regarding your heart condition? Absolutely.
Yes, I've always stayed positive. It's very hard at sometimes, but I've always tried to stay positive, not only for myself and my daughter, but for Jamie as well, because she does get down sometimes about it, because it's life-threatening, and she's definitely faced death multiple times, and that's hard for anybody, let alone your wife. And you know, your family and yourself and everything else. So if I were to crumble under the pressure and everything else, I don't think she would be able to handle it.
Yeah,
because
I definitely
even like in the hospital rooms and everything else, she doesn't want anybody else in there but me, because everybody else is very,
my
they get
family
scared.
stresses me
Yeah,
out.
they
My
stress her out and
family
everything.
scares me, and so yeah, anytime anything bad or scary is happening to me, like all I want is Albert, because even though I know that like it bothers him and I know that he's scared as well, he does not show it when he's in there with me. And that might be also because like you are in the military, so like you know how to like deal like with pressure, and you know, but he definitely like keeps me sane, he keeps me calm, and he is always so positive no matter what situation I am in with my health. He always like sees the bright side. He always, you know, has something positive to say. So yeah, you are a champ. 'Cause I swear any other man would have left me by now. Is your daughter in school? Yes, she is.
We just got her some
we
shorts
just got
today.
her uniforms.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
She is.
She's like super excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is in school. She is in kindergarten. Let's see. How long have you guys been married?
We've been married for coming up on 9 years.
Yes. Yeah, a long time. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
What are your favorite hobbies and your favorite types of movies? Okay, I'll let you go first.
So favorite hobbies, definitely spending time with my family, because like I said earlier, we don't get much of that. Also love to go to the gym. Love being outside with Bailey and playing soccer, doing whatever really outside. I don't like to stay in the house much. Favorite types of movies, love comedy, action, adventure, of course, and horror every now and again.
So my hobbies are, I do enjoy going to the gym. I definitely enjoy hanging out with my family. And my movies, I am all about comedy and romance. I hate scary movies.
She does.
I hate them, and Albert always tries to get me to watch them. And then I give in because I feel bad, and then I end up having nightmares for 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm blaming him every single night that I wake up crying. So yeah, I hate horror movies. What is the best and worst part about marrying someone in the service? I guess this question's for me.
Definitely for you.
So the best part, I would have to say, is it is a steady job, steady income, and I feel like a lot of, you know, married couples, or a lot of, you know, couples in general, that's like a big issue, is, you know, not having like stability. So I definitely feel like this job provides stability for us and our family. And the worst part about it is, I would just say how much he's gone. And they, you know, the Army, they say that they're very like family oriented, which I agree to a certain extent. Like his last job, they were like, you could tell that they really did care about, you know, their guys' families. But yeah, a lot of the things that we've been through before that, like no one gave a crap. I feel like. So I mean, that's just that's a hard part, is just him being away, and just knowing that, you know, even though like to any man, like they're always going to say like their family comes first, but I definitely feel like when their, you know, their job is them being in the military, like you don't come first. It's always the Army that comes first, and you just have to be strong enough to be okay with that. And I mean, definitely me and my family are very, very close. So being far away from them and just like dealing with everything that we've dealt with together as a couple, and dealt with, you know, my health and all that stuff, that's been like really hard. And my dad also passed away right before I moved with Albert. So just being away from them, and you know, my friends back home, that was really, really hard for me. But what is your spouse's most repeated sentence or phrase?
I love you, baby.
Oh, I do say that a lot. Albert, I was gonna say, you always say, so fucking, you do always say that. Or this isn't really like a phrase or a sentence, but he always does this thing like when I ask him to do something or I ask him a question, he does this fake yawn. And he always is like,
I'm tired, I don't want to answer.
Yeah, no, he does this fake yawn and he like tries to make me believe that it was a real yawn. And I'm like, no, like you do this like you've done this the last 9 years. And it's only when I ask a question that he doesn't want to answer that he has to all of a sudden yawn. So, but yeah, I do say I love you, baby. She's my best friend. What was your worst date with each other? I can think of 2. What was your worst date?
You tell you.
Did you not have a worst date with me?
I can't think of one right now.
When we moved to New York and you took me to like that really like nice restaurant and that like what was it, the go-karts and mini golf.
First of all, very competitive. I won't let
yeah, so first of all, I don't even like mini golf and I've told him this. So I don't know why the first place he takes me
in upstate New York
is mini golfing. But anyways, I was still thankful. I still had fun. Then we get to like, you know, the goat karts and I'm like trying to be cute because he's been competitive all night, like whooping my ass and everything. Like it's not even cute. So I'm like trying to be like all sweet and like driving by him and like trying to like hold his hand and stuff. And he's just like, fucking like racing by me, like cutting corners, cutting me off, running into the back of me. And so he, yeah.
But now she does the same thing and it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun now, but like not like when we're like still like very new to like dating and everything. But anyways, it was funny, but yeah, I just remember going home and being like, what the fuck? Like, I need a redo. Okay. Who is the clean freak of the house?
I would say Jamie is, but we both clean a lot.
Yeah, but I'm definitely the clean freak.
Yeah, she's very like
I get mad when I'm
she gets angry.
I get angry, like I get super into it. And then when I'm done cleaning, I'm like all happy and angelic again.
She needs a snack.
But Albert definitely does help me like so much with it. Like he's such a good husband. What was it like moving across the country? How did you cope with moving to a new state? Well, it was exciting for us. We were always excited moving to new places.
Yeah.
We like adventure. We like to experience new things. That's like another great thing about, you know, him being in the military is we get to, you know, never be in one place for too long and we get to experience all these different states and countries and cities. And
every state has its like own culture too. So it's pretty cool to see how everybody acts differently.
Yes. How did you cope with moving? Yeah, like I said, I mean, we coped fine. Like, I mean, even Bailey, like Bailey was always very excited. Yeah. So, I mean, we did fine with moving. Okay. Someone asked, do you guys do kinky? I mean, I guess they're referring to sex and we're not going to get into that, but let me tell you, we're good. All right. We are good.
Yes.
Okay, how do you get along with your in-laws? You can answer first.
Honestly, my in-laws, I think I get along with them really good. The first time I met her dad, he cried. But me and him really had, I guess, a good relationship since the time I met him. And her mom, me and her met briefly, and then we really started to get to know each other a little later on, and we're really close now, really funny. We talk shit to each other all the time, which is hilarious.
Yeah, they love each other.
Yeah. And then, my stepfather-in-law, we recently started getting closer. And,
so my mom's new husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we always talk all the time and everything, every time we go to visit and all that stuff.
He gets along with my parents great.
Yeah.
My parents love him, absolutely adore him. They think he's like the best thing that has ever happened to me, which he is. So they're great there. How do I get along with my in-laws? Well, for those of you who don't know, Albert was married before me, just because of things that happened with, you know, his past. His parents, when they met me, they were very protective, very standoffish, very cautious, I could say.
Yeah.
But we definitely went through some bumps. But I mean, I get along with them fine. So, I mean, I've always loved them. I've always cared about them. I feel like if anything, it was them being standoffish with me and cautious about me. But I mean, I never stopped trying or anything because I mean, I wanted to be with their son forever. So,
Yeah.
and I'm very respectful. So, I mean, I just knew, you know, sometimes you gotta be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first date. Our first official date was actually with both of our moms.
Yeah.
So we went to Chili's and
our moms are just alike, so.
Yeah. I brought my mom because his mom scared me.
Yeah.
And my mom's crazy. So I was like, well, I'm going to bring my mom in case his mom is mean to me. Because I know my mom won't let anyone be mean to me. But no, like, we actually all really got along. So, yeah, it was nice. Yeah, looks like we answered all of our questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today. We really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Enjoyed this, and stay tuned for our next video. Drop in the comments if you guys, you know, want to see anything or
you want us to expand on anything that you heard today.
Yes, we'll definitely be interested in doing it. So I hope you guys have a great night.
See you next time.